Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bsure Brief for June 2026. I'm Gunnar, CTPO in Bsure. Today, I'll walk you through the most important capabilities in the release that was made available today. In this release, the main focus has been to make Bsure Insights more actionable, helping you discover issues, monitor important areas over time, and make it easier for different roles in the organization to follow up. Today's topics: new reports and insights. We made 5 new reports and improved others based on your requests. Configurable assessments and alerts. Many of you have asked, can Bsure Insights notify us when something happens or is up for renewal? AI chat on your Bsure data. Ask questions in natural language and get answers related to data stored in Bsure Insights. We made it easier for you to give your organization access to My Team, My Organization, and Application Owner features. We have around 20 minutes for the walkthrough, and after that, we will try to answer your questions and feedback, either from the Q&A or the chat. Feel free to ask questions or give us feedback. Some of the released capability is a direct result from feedback in our previous Bsure brief. So, let's start with reports. In this release, we have added 5 new reports. The first one is mail and OneDrive usage. This report gives you insights into mail and OneDrive usage, activity, and storage size. A question many organizations ask themselves is, are all our shared mailboxes still in use? Pretty simple. Select the shared mailboxes. Focus on mailbox, mailbox last activity, click the never used ones, and you find them. If you have someone that is more than a year, 365 days, you will get another entry. These mailboxes are not, does not have any activity, and you can easily filter on them. This data is based on the Microsoft usage reports and isn't updated by Microsoft daily. You will see when it was updated in the mailbox data updated and OneDrive data updated column. This report can be used to identify large mailboxes, inactive mailboxes, OneDrive usage patterns, and other potential cleanup opportunities. The goal is not only to show storage numbers, but to help you understand where action may be needed. The second report is security and PIM role usage. This report is about understanding whether assigned privilege roles are actually being used. Some key questions this report helps are all the assigned roles in use? Are users elevating into the right role, or are they consistently using highly privileged roles when a less privileged role would have been enough? This is closely related to the principle of least privileged. The report helps you review whether privileged access is being used in a controlled and intentional way, or whether roles have simply accumulated over time. The third report is security and PIM activation details. This gives you a detailed view of PIM elevations. You can see who elevated, when they elevated, which role they activated, and the reason they provided. We also include findings such as activation outside business hours and other signals that may be worth reviewing. This report is useful both for operational follow-up and for audit and governance discussions. Instead of only knowing that PIM is configured, you can now review how privileged access is actually being used. The fourth new report is agents. This report gives you an overview of agents in Entra ID, including permissions, owners, and sponsors. As more organizations start using agents and AI-related capabilities, it becomes important to understand which agent exists, who owns them, what permissions do they have, and do they have a sponsor or an accountable person. One important note, this report requires new permissions for the data collector. Please check system health. If you see that permissions are missing, ask your administrator to click the glowing collector and assign the missing permissions. The fifth new report is a dedicated Windows Autopilot report. Several of you have asked for this report. This report helps you identify the devices that are registered, devices that have not yet been used, and devices that may still be in stock. It gives a clearer overview of Autopilot inventory and can help with operational device management. Assessments and notification. The next major capability is something we call assessments. Assessments are configurable KPIs that you can monitor over time. You can set thresholds, and if a value moves outside your accepted thresholds, the assessment becomes active. The idea is to help you define what's acceptable in your environment. Instead of only looking at dashboards manually, you can define focus areas that Bsure Insights should help you monitor. For example, do we allow guest users holding onto ID roles? Yes, we do. One of the new assessments is suspicious email forwarding. This helps discover forwarding rules that could indicate risk. For example, rules that forward mail externally, rules with unclear names, rules that delete messages, or rules that stop others' rules from processing. These types of rules can be okay, but they are commonly seen in account compromise scenarios. The purpose is not to say that every forwarding rule is malicious, but to make it easier to find the ones that deserve attention. You define what to monitor and the thresholds. And Bsure Insights help you track whether the environment is within or outside those thresholds. In this release, we've created 18 different assessments, and we will continue to add more. If you have specific needs or assessment ideas, please contact us. We are very interested in your feedback here. Access to the assessment page is controlled by a feature toggle per user. Assessments can also be connected to notifications. You can configure notification channels such as email or Teams. This means you do not have to manually check every assessment every day. If something moves outside your accepted threshold, the right people can be notified. We have also introduced AI chat. This is a feature that must be enabled per customer. We currently support OpenAI and Microsoft Foundry. When enabled, users can ask questions based on their Bsure data. For example, how is my tenant doing in relation to NIS2? And you get answers. You can ask any questions that you want. The goal is to make it easier to explore your own data without always needing to know which report to open. AI chat is not meant to replace the reports, but to make the data more accessible and easier to reason about. We've also improved the user's management page, where we introduced that you can give access to members, meaning that you give access to my team, my organization, or application owner through a group. These users cannot get access to assessments or KPI drill down or any Power BI report, and they don't need a Power BI license to consume the visibility in Bsure. We've also, based on your request, added a feature where you can, when you create the user scope for my organization, you can do match not only on the exact values, but also starts with and contains. To summarize, this release adds new reports, configurable assessments, AI chat, and improved access management. The common theme is actionability. We want Bsure Insights to help you discover what matters, understand why it matters, and follow up with the right people. Please explore the new reports, check system health for any missing collector permissions. We would very much like your feedback, especially on assessments, AI chat, and any new reports or governance areas you would like us to prioritize next. We will send out a survey later this summer that will pop up on your screen, just like this one. We would really appreciate that you set aside 4 minutes to answer the questions. That will help us make Bsure Insights more relevant and useful to you. With that, I'll open up for questions and feedback.